Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. Welcome. I really hope that we can embrace today's practice with a sense of peacefulness, with a sense of positivity, and also just to share love. The wisdom and the gift of yoga really speaks through this language of love. So I'm so happy that we get to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you'd like to just begin here, arriving at your mat in this standing position, sinking down into the feet. So feel all the way down into your feet, maybe welcoming the eyes to shut down. Closing down the eyes will help to start to welcome this inner experience to arise. Start to feel and sense into the feet. And then starting to feel and sense into the ankles. Feeling the shins, the calves. Feel into the space at the front of the knee. Feel into the space at the back of the knee. Feel the upper legs, front and back. Feel into both hips. And notice if you are residing in one hip more than another. Notice how this starts to shift. You might notice where this imbalance starts to rise. Starting to see if there's any small adjustments here that might need to be necessary just to bring you back into this feeling of alignment. Start to sense and welcome the breath into the belly. Allow a fuller, deeper breath here, breathing deep into your belly. Exhale, allow this breath to travel down the back. Feel the awareness of the back, the full length of the spine. Open up through this space, the center of the heart. Breathe here, filling chest and lungs. Exhale, breathing out through both arms, feeling down the fronts of the arms, the backs of the arms, into both elbows, lower arms, wrists. Feel all of the energy and the awareness pooling into your hands and into your fingertips. And add a gentle curl here. Notice how the body wants to listen and respond to just this soft, gentle suggestion for relaxation. It's just a little suggestion here. Start to bring this awareness all the way back up through the arms into the shoulders. Feel the back of the neck. Feel the front of the throat. Feel the lower jaws just slightly loosen from the upper jaw. Allow a smile to come across both corners of the mouth. Feel into your round cheeks. Feel into the eyes and the muscles around the eyes engaging with your smile. Feel the forehead start to smooth into the temples, letting go. And now we'll bring your awareness all the way up to the crown of the head. Feel the space of the crown of the head. Feel the aliveness here. Take one full breath. Breathe in through the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. Exhale from crown of the head back down to the soles of the feet. Maybe inviting the mantra for today, Sat Nam, breathing in Sat. Exhaling Nam. I am Sat Nam. Meaning I am my true self. I am this cosmic divinity. I am my unchangeable self, this gift. One more breath this way with this awareness. Exhale it out. Invite you to open your eyes, spread arms out wide. Give yourself a couple of big circles here, reaching up, expanding through the whole body. Allowing everything to flow with a little joy, a little happiness here. One more, two more times. Just feel into this breath, feel into this motion. And then allow all the movement to come into stillness. Pausing here into mountain pose. Roll your fingers forward, palms forward. Allow the fingertips just to gently curl. And then extend them their full length. Feel this extension as though you're really brightening the whole hand. Both arms start to engage and really starts to connect here into this energetic heart. One more breath here with this awareness. Exhale it out. Let's invite the body to move again. Adding a little gentle bend to the knees. Allow the heart to roll forward. Allow the chest to then follow the head, and the neck is, the neck and then the head is last. Pause here. Maybe a little more bend in the knees is necessary today. Maybe there's less. Maybe there's more room for some stretch. Just find into the space you need to be here today. And I feel as though everything is just rolling off the spine. One more round of breath here. Exhale, half lift, extending legs back, a little yawn behind the knees. Find the length from the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head. One more breath, drawing shoulders back. Exhale, gentle bend through the knees. The heart starts to fold forward. Head comes down very last, nice and gentle. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, half lift. Feel the extension, the length of the spine, opening. Exhale, folding forward. Let's sweep our arms forward, come up into a chair pose. Let's interlock our fingers and press those palms out forward, reaching ahead of you. Allow there to be a nice long line from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Feel into both feet rooted into the earth. Feel yourself reaching up through the crown of the head. One more round of breath. Exhale. Let's come back into our mountain pose. Just pause here for a second. Feel the shoulders round away, drawing away from the ears. Invite the hands to reach behind you, clasping together. Start to feel the shoulder blades start to connect, start to move in. A little drop of that tailbone. Find that length through the spine and reach back just to your own comfort level here. One more round of breath. Not holding the breath, moving in and out with its flow, its rhythm. And then releasing hands, bending through that knees. Find that gentle, soft forward bend, reaching down towards the ground. Allow your spine to release here. It's been doing all the work all day. Allow it to let go. Give yourself some time to surrender here. One or two more rounds of breath. Exhaling very slowly, making them longer, slower now. Gently rising up one vertebrae at a time. Allow shoulders pull up towards ears. Gently roll them back. Rotate palms forward as the shoulders roll down and back. Pause. One more time. Exhaling. Let's invite one arm to reach up towards the ceiling, nice and tall. Find the length from the hip all the way to the armpit. And allow the hand on the opposite side to start to slide down the body. Feel into wherever this stretch is appropriate for you, maybe even inviting the hips to sway out to the opposite side, increasing that length from the hips to the armpit, or even all the way to the fingertips. Notice what you can feel here. Be present and breathe. One more time. Reach all the way up. Come all the way up. Exhale. Float that hand down. Very soft, very gentle. Feel into the air, the space, the movement. Feel into the body surrender and releasing. When you breathe in through the other side, lifting up nice and tall, start to feel that length all the way up through that side. When you feel ready, allow that breath to draw you down on the opposite side. Maybe there's an invitation here to extend those hips out. Notice here if you're breathing. Allow your breath to flow in and out. Might be a little more challenging, so give your awareness here. Give yourself a little effort to breathe a little more. Maybe even welcoming in Sat Nam through the breath. With your breath in, rising all the way up. Exhale, floating this hand down to the side very slowly with gentle awareness of your movement. Pause here in your mountain pose. Roll those palms forward. Allow the heart to open here with the palms. Close the eyes down. Sink into the wisdom here of the energetic heart space. One One more breath, maybe even whispering Sat Nam. Wonderful. Let's invite the hands to come together at the heart as we extend your legs out, feet parallel with each other. This yoga mat's a little dangerous. Breathe in, find that length from tailbone all the way to the crown. As you exhale, start to send the tailbone out as the heart moves forward, slowing all the way through every single movement of the spine, allowing hands to reach out towards the fronts of the legs. Maybe they reach down to the mat, or maybe they stay up really high up on the tops of the thighs. Enjoy into this pose, whatever position works most comfortable for you. And start to breathe back into this whole spine, feeling as though the breath moves through the spine, breathing in, Sat. From tailbone to crown, exhaling from crown to tailbone, Nam. Notice how the body wants to release when you do this. And then find one hand into the center. Start to roll up on the other side. When we do this, there's a subtle awareness here of this hip starts to drop into the center. Don't allow it to drop. In fact, pick it up so that it's in line with the opposite side here, so that the hips are in a parallel line to your mat. Find where you can start to breathe. Take 1 or 2 more rounds of breath here, maybe gazing up towards your hand or looking down at your mat. Noticing if this keeps you feel focused and stable. And when you're ready, allow that hand to slowly make its way down into the center, replacing its position from its mate, and then transferring over up to the other side. Watching how this hip wants to turn with it, draw it back. Find into your breath. Notice where the gaze is more appropriate for you. Up, down, maybe to the side. Feel into the breath. Sat Nam. And then invite both hands into the center. Make that movement nice and slow today. There's no rush to get there. We're going to rotate the feet out and bend through the knees, sink down into the center. Pause here, take a round of breath. Exhaling it out. Rise all the way back up. Let's bring both feet together, center at the front of the mat. Pause here, take a full round of breath. Allow yourself to rise into your mountain pose. Feel feet. And rising with your awareness through ankles, through legs, through torso, through the crown of the head. Feel and be aware of everything moving back down from crown of the head, forehead, the back of the head, the throat, the collarbones, the shoulders, the elbows, the fingertips. Feel into the heart center, the chest, the belly, the pelvis. Feel down both legs and into the knees, back down into the feet. One more breath with this awareness, scanning through your body gently. Maybe whispering the mantra Sat Nam. When you start to feel ready, add a gentle bend to the knees as the upper body floats over the toes, placing hands down, stepping back into a downward facing dog. Keeping either knees bent, straight, or even choosing tabletop if you want. Take into 2 more breaths here, seeing where you can start to shift and relax and balance and find your inner alignment. Maybe drawing all awareness in through that center midline of the body as you breathe. And then let's welcome this right foot to make its way up to the front of the mat and in between both hands. We're gently going to roll that back foot out to give us a little extra support today. And then start to rise up into your high lunge. Let's invite the hands to embrace the heart center again. Pause here. Invite the eyes to softly focus ahead of you. See where you can start to surrender. Inviting all the muscles that aren't needed to hold this pose to just release a little bit more. And then start to work into some awareness where the effort is. Maybe even inviting the muscles there. To welcome the flow of the prana in the body. One more breath. As you exhale, transfer out into your warrior two, sending that hip back and both arms wide out. Take your gaze over your front hand and maybe just past your middle finger, keeping those eyes soft. 2 rounds of breath as you draw the shoulder blades down. See where you can start to surrender again into this new pose, this new shape. Maybe even welcoming the mantra, Satanam I am. And when you feel ready, extending that arm back behind you, and let's reach it towards that front hip. And start to bend into that front knee a little bit more and extend that arm up to the sky. Breathe here. And then we'll invite this front of the body to start to reach towards that bent knee, inviting this hand to make connection with the mat. And extending the arm that's up on the top side to reach up towards the sky. You may want to choose to take a bind here if that is part of your practice. Inviting the hands to reach behind you. Or possibly finding this open experience. Breathe and be present here. Let's drop both hands so that they frame that front foot and straighten that front leg. Start to feel where the upper body can start to fold and dip down. Find the openness through the hips as the hips become parallel. Maybe a little adjustment might be needed today. Just feel into your present experience. Notice what is present and what is needed. One more round of breath here. Let's step it forward back into the front of the mat and lift the foot off the other side and coming into a tree pose. And turn this way. Pause here, taking a round of breath. Exhaling it out. Maybe 1 or 2 more, using supports if you need to. Maybe inviting the smile or the mantra to be present here. And then we'll invite both feet to come back down. Taking a full round of breath here. Let's sweep arms out to the sides, reach all the way up. Exhale, bending gently through the knees, folding that heart forward, allowing hands to make contact with the mat. Let's extend it back into a downward facing dog again. Maybe you might want to come into a tabletop if you choose. Take 2 rounds of breath here. Let's invite the other foot to move forward in between the feet, or in between the hands. Make that small little adjustment, placing the foot down at that angle, a 45-degree angle, and then start to rise up. Let's invite the hands to embrace the heart center again. Invite the eyes to gently soften. Come back into the mantra, into the breath, and into this present experience. And welcoming even where you can start to soften and surrender. With your next exhale, extend it out, come into your warrior two. Pause here. Notice where you can start to drop the shoulder blades and extend the fingertips out. Little gentle awareness here of that back hip rolling up so that there's nice, wonderful balance of the pelvis here and the hips are opening. Look over your front finger and just allow a soft gaze to be there as you breathe. Let's extend this arm back, reaching back and then behind you towards the front of your body. reaching the arm up through the other side as you start to bend into the knee. Maybe gazing up at your hand or down at your foot. 2 rounds of breath here. Sat Nam. And then we'll allow this arm to reach forward, extend it down, connecting down into your mat to the front of the foot, rolling the arm up at the top, reaching up towards the ceiling. If it is part of your practice today, maybe inviting the body into a bind. Breathe, full, long, deep, slow breaths here. Inviting both hands to make connection with the mat, stepping it forward. Inviting this foot to rise now into your tree pose. And using supports if you need to. Allow your breath to be steady. Tune into your experience. No space for thoughts today. We're welcoming in Satnam, the truth of ourself, our true essence. One more round of breath. When you feel ready, plant both feet down into the earth. Hands here, still at the heart. Close the eyes. Take a full round of breath. Exhaling it out. Welcome the mantra within, without. Spreading it all around you. Feeling it through every single pore. Sparkling and shimmering 360 degrees around you. Sat Nam. We'll invite our bodies to very slowly make our way down into the position of Shavasana. Lying. Their backs down the mat, extending legs out. Arms reaching out to the sides, not touching the body. Palms facing up, curling the fingers. Maybe even placing the hand behind the head, gently cradling the head and releasing it down. Pause here, maybe even welcoming a hand to embrace the heart, another hand to place on the top of the belly. Tune into your breath and feel your body breathing. Welcoming in the mantra if you feel comfortable, Satanam, I am. Invite the eyes to open. Pause here without moving. Gaze up at the ceiling or sky above you. Make gentle movements of the fingers, reaching fingertips up towards skies as you start to bend the knees in and then reach the toes up towards the sky. Give yourself a little shake and wiggle here. Inviting the corners of the mouth to lift, creating a little smile as you shake your happy baby pose. And then move into stillness. Allow everything to hang. Just gently feel your body surrendering and feel how it naturally wants to. Just receiving this gift of peace, of surrender, relaxation. Gently shake all those cells again and bring that happiness back onto your face, igniting the smile within your heart. Start to wiggle and shake and create all of this happiness. And then start to gently come back into stillness. Feel this gift of surrender, of letting go. Know that it is just this easy. That your body is just waiting for you. Just waiting for you to surrender, to let go. If you feel ready, start to make some small movements as you can make your way back into a seated position. pausing here, maybe embracing the heart space again by allowing the palms to gently touch. Feel the thumbs touch the sternum. Close your eyes in a soft, gentle awareness. Allowing a smile to come across your face and just feel into your pure love. And know if this is not accessible for you today, that is okay. Know that it is there, that it's still waiting for you. And if it's really loud, feel so lucky and grateful that it's here, that it's present. And just by us being together and just this gentle intention of this inward landscape of just taking into this curiosity within ourselves starts to spread this loving kindness, this metta, all the way around us. So embrace this for another moment or two. We will close with the breath Sat Nam, breathing in Sat, Sat, Nam. 2 more times, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. Peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I send you so much love and joy and happiness, and join me anytime. Sign up anytime you want, follow my channel, reach out to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Spread joy and love and happiness. Namaste. Take care.